Kate. In this area, there seems to be a problem with the machine that makes the tetromino bridges. That means you can solve the puzzles, but you can't activate the tower. Look for a lab that lets you connect to the data stream.
I already found it. I'll send you the coordinates.
Hello. It's that time. It's Talos time. Can you believe we're 50% through? Oops. As I say that, I just run into the water and die. Yeah, we're doing well already.
All right, Kate. In this area, there seems to be a problem with the machine that makes the tetromino bridges. That means you can solve the puzzles, but you can't activate the tower. Look for a lab that lets you connect to the data stream.
I already found it. I'll send you the coordinates.
Okay. I was really loud in my own ear just then. So it's like, let's turn that down. I lost the game screen. There it is. Yep. How about we don't drown? I just got some sad news. Many of you know I have a botany degree, and I was told I was qualified for this really baller job, and the way that the city of Portland does it is they send you, it's kind of like your first interview is just them rating your application and saying you're good enough. And I was good enough! And then... What? What is that? Wait. Is there a me over there that I'm not seeing? But today they said I was not good enough. And just like all the other government jobs I've applied to, they highly encourage me because they really loved my resume. Yeah. Oh. Do I have to go to the lab first, then? Or there's a new thing that I don't understand. Oh, let's turn on some tips. Input hit? Okay. Alright. Got it. I really can't stand input hits. I want as little stuff on my screen as possible. But now I know. Meow. Alright. Well. There's one. Oh, that's interesting. I like how they set this area up. Oh, can I pick that up? Or no? Oh, I can take that though. Yeah. Come to me. No? Oh my god. Trying to use... Yes, I can. Teleport yourself to the teleporter's position. Got it. Lord almighty. That's interesting. So, I could do that, right? Yeah! Sweet. Yep. Yeah, I like teleporters. Ooh. Oh. Aww. Oopsie, poopsie. Meow. You. Over there. Come to me, teleporter-san. Okay. There we go. Oh, I guess I didn't have to restart. I don't know. Whatever. I tried making a little, like, blanket seat next to me. She won't have it. She has to be in my lap. What? Okay.
Generically terrible. Welcome to my channel.
Hey,
Use
Jen.
Speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
I got told no on the botany job just now. The one where I got that introductory email. I mean, thank God I got employment, because what the fuck, right? That'd be a fucking mess. I see. Ooh, this place is pretty. Sure, we'll skip ahead. Pushing through. Teleporter-san. Teleporter-san. Oh, but I can't go through a little door? Okay. What's in here? A button. Okay. Is there a button in there? Yeah, I was pretty frowny faced too. But there's not a lot you can do. You win some, you lose some, I guess. Oh wait, I see it! But I mean, what do I do with it? Oh! Ah! You give me that teleporter, you son of a bitch! Oop. Yeah, I got fancy teleportation now, at least. Eh! It's fine. Everything's fine. Didn't think ahead on that one, though. Oh, duh. Here. Yeah! Fancy. Like fucking Iggy Azalea in this bitch. Trashing the hotel room. I see. I see. Interesting. Alright, 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 alright. Like, Ooh. Ooh. There is a problem here. Because you can't, as far as I can tell, you can't teleport. Yeah, you can't teleport through those. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, okay. Sure, the solution's stupid simple and all that. Just gotta think about it some. Yes, I got it. You go here, buddy. You go there. Yes, I can see you. Nope. Nope, wrong. Other solution. I have two in my brain, and it's the other one. Like so. Okay. Right? Hold on. Thank you. Thank you. Slowly processing. There's no way to keep that open. I don't really need it open, but I need one more weighted thing. I need to be able to... Oh, wait. Can I maybe elevate the teleporter? Would that work? Yeah, except outside it. Like, see through there? But that's not commonly a solution unless you're doing super advanced puzzles, and those I am not. Okay, we're gonna try this. We're gonna see if having a little bit over the top works. No. Like, there's no sightline in this room. Interesting. Like, typically, you have something that opens this door or keeps it open from the inside so that when you do this, right? But no dices. Unless, like, because if I pick it up, that's the thing that I'm struggling with here. Is if I pick this up to go through, kablamo. Would standing on it work? I don't know. Who knows? Try everything. No. I had some sort of idea percolating where I would... like, I don't know... just go in it holding it, right? But that still won't really work. Huh. This is an interesting one. Wait, maybe? Maybe? that would be spicy. That would be a spicy solution, but it's not the first time they've done that. No? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, no sightlines here. Unless... Again, that would be a spicy solution. No, that's not consistent enough. Yeah, is it dumb? Is it super dumb? That's always what the problem is with me. This is always easier than I think. What's the one thing I'm missing? There's always one step that I don't think about. Yes, I can. Oh! Okay. Got it. That's so dumb. Why am I so dumb? Earthies. What are you? Question mark. Ah! Death. Oh! Still death. Oh, nope, nope. Survival. Minimalism, huh? Huh? Let me through here. They're called a reflector? Huh? Or no, they're called a connector. Oh, Jesus. What is happening up here? There is a lot going on. Okay, hold on. I was taking this level for granted. Easy there. All right, we got a light here. You know what, guy? We're going downstairs. Let's... Oh, no, we're not. No, yes, we are. We're gonna go downstairs. Because we're gonna think about this a little bit. Alright. Okay. So, up. Let's see. Daisy. Oh, I see. I see the connector guy on the end. The game's like, would you please stop falling? This hurts. I don't like it. Wow. That's, like, very not helpful. Unless... Can I... Maybe I can see... Maybe I can see it from up here. Let me down. Let me down. Yeah. Down. No. Huh. Once again, probably easier than Hildy thinks, but obvious solutions evade me. Yeah, this is what my question mark is about. It's like... weird. What I would like is to take that jammer across the way. But I don't think it stays connected. And if I guess I can, oh, wait. I could probably just take the fan. Hold on. Let me down again. Yeah, okay. Still not helpful. Well, no. I can put this guy here now. Right? Yeah. Yeah! Jamma! No. Pick it up. Don't teleport into it. It's got like that chill desert music that all puzzle games have. All right, bud. Let's go charge you up. Fucking nonsense, really. Oh dear. Okay. What does this do, huh? That keeps that open. I hate you so much. Okay. Oh well, can I reach you from here anyway? Is that like an option? No. That's dumb as hell. Okay, well. I don't need the jammer up here anymore, so you can come downstairs. This fucking rude is what it is. Can I see my teleporter guy? Nope. Boned myself. Boned myself. Okay. Yerba intake growing. Solution maximizing. Let's go. Hi, my teleporting friend. Come here. Donk. Oh. Did I leave? I left the package behind, sir. I'm sorry. But that had the antidote. I just was in a hurry to leave. Anywho. Ooh. Alright, guy. Doot. Oh, wait. I wonder. Huh. We'll see. Alright, okay. Teleported buddy. Hey, broski. What side did I put you on? That one. Oh, duh. Okay. Bonk. Where you at? Where you at? There you at, Charger guy. His name is MC Charger. Woohoo! Woo! Nah. There's like a fancy way, I bet, where I could get that jammer over here, but... Minecraft charger? You know I haven't ever played Minecraft. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. It's for the children. And the amateur programmers who like to make things out of Turing switches and binary blocks. They're not amateurs if they can do that, actually. Hey!
A solid solution. Well done.
Thanks, Melville. Considering you think everyone is stupid, that's a nice compliment.
In the early days, humankind lived in a world of unexplained wonders and terrors. The powers of the elements were understood in terms of gods and spirits. After all, how else could one explain thunderstorms and earthquakes? But as the realm of scientific knowledge expanded, the realm of the mystical began to shrink. The sacred grove, as Hegel wrote, was reduced to mere timber.
Oh, we're talking about Hegel.
As superstition retreated, another thing was lost: meaning. In a purely mechanical universe, people yearned for the comfort provided by gods and spirits. But there was no way back.
But what about the beauty of the universe? The perfection of everything around us. Couldn't they see that?
Not sure I can see that, Miranda. But I do think there was another way, a way forward instead of back. Faith not in an invisible world, but in ourselves, in each other, in the inherent value of consciousness and civilization. They never really found it, but I think that in those last months when their whole species was dying, they caught a glimpse of it. And that's how your mother was born.
Okay. Interesting way to handle all of that, Cornelius. But I'll bite. No. Why did you think this was a good idea? Who knows? Oh, wait. You gotta stay over there, guy. Right. Alright. So... And then... I gotta get you... There. Oh! Got it. Yes. No. Yes? No, I know what has to be done. I just have to figure out what order I'm doing it in. Yeah, but I gotta restart. Because I did a step out of order. Okay. Alright. Tonk. Yeah. Okay. Well. Yes. Like that. Like that. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think... So, I have to get into that room first. And I think I gotta move you with me. Because we gotta walk out. Yeah. Yeah, got it. Come here, bud. Wait right here. Well, hold on. Maybe don't. Wait. Okay. Okay. Wait. Right. Then we... Oh, that's why there's that ladder there. Yeah, I just... It's always easier to say when you're watching, because sometimes you're just like, yeah, I know, but do I know? So... I'm gonna need to be able to take this into the next room, which means getting it out. I have to start from the beginning again because I have to walk myself through this. There was one puzzle in Gehenna that I had to do the same thing. I had to like draw it out. There's just something about the order for this that is like catching me up. Okay, there. So. What do I want to do? I want to be able to get in there. Or in here. With that. Give me a second. Okay. It's right there. So then you bring the teleporter around. You teleport in. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to line up exactly with the same cell, does it? That's not the point. Right, but then how do I get back in? Okay. Oops, you stay there. So we take you over here. Come on out, guy. Like that. Okay. Then Right, it doesn't have to line up to the same cell. I just have to be able to see it. That's what I was getting hung up on mentally. I was thinking of them as individual boxes with no sightlines. And thus hurting my poor Hildy head. There we go. That's usually the stuff that I get hung up on, is it's not necessarily...
You know, a couple of years back, we went on a scavenging expedition to an ancient industrial complex south of New Jerusalem. It was enormous, sprawling, an area many times bigger than our whole city, just dedicated to manufacturing. It was incredible to think about the sheer variety of things they produced.
Hi.
And it made me realize how austere, how restricted our lives are. You know how most ancient structures are overgrown? It's kind of pretty, but in a sad way. Well, this one wasn't. There had been some kind of chemical spill. I don't know if it happened while the structure was still operational, or if something had just rotted through, but it killed everything. Even centuries later, nothing could grow. It didn't have to happen that way, and history doesn't have to repeat itself. But we do have to remember that it did happen once.
Okay. Hi. I was following you.
Hey 1K, what's up?
You sad? What's your analysis?
The southern part of the island is a natural desert, basically just due to the chemical composition of the soil. I haven't been able to work out why it's so warm, though. It could be a warm ocean current or something to do with the megastructure's thermal output. New Jerusalem doesn't have the kind of equipment I'd need to figure that out.
Do you think Byron is okay?
I hope so. I understand why he was impatient, but he should have been more careful.
Jen, I don't think you were here. Motherfucker, he's locked in the data stream. He dead. What did you do in New Jerusalem when we went back? Hung out with my cat.
Mostly just made sure Pellegrino didn't mess up the VTOL. We only have a handful of them, and while they look cool on the outside, the truth is they're held together by gaffer tape and good intentions. There's a reason Melville's always complaining.
Yeah, we like went to the center of the megastructure, and there was another one of those data streams, but in the first game, Milton had that sort of admin screen, right? You had to have an admin level user profile to get into things. Well, it turns out this had the same encryption kind of security. So I was made admin simply by being the one who touched it first in a while. And Byron goes to touch it because he just wants to see his mom, slash mentor. And he got stuck in it. And then the megastructure freaked out because Pandora was like, yo, why are you opening the fucking box? I told you not to open the box! And swallowed him up. And now we don't know whether he's dead or alive. But the whole time, Byron was being so zealous, and I was like, he dead, man. You don't act like that and not die. He dead. And then he died, quote unquote. I'm pretty sure he's dead. Society is unwilling to invest effort and resources into their infrastructure. Well, let's look at the log real quick, because I, talked over and forgot what he was talking about. There's a reason Melville's always complaining. Okay, yeah. The society is unwilling to invest effort and resources into their infrastructure, cannot remain functional. Trump,
When you put it like
did you hear that?
It seems hard to argue. More and more stuff isn't working anymore, and eventually there will be consequences.
Did you know Cornelius?
Yeah, everyone knew Cornelius. After Eustathius retired, he was the only one left who was there since the beginning. Except I guess none of us really knew him after all. We all thought he was lost in the past, always studying the archive and the simulation. but he actually had all these secrets. And a daughter.
Are you disappointed in him?
No, just surprised. Maybe a little sad that he felt he couldn't trust anyone with the truth.
That's all. Thanks, Yakut. Knocking things with my cup. Okay, let's go. Level 2. The escape. Ah, drills. You're an old challenge now. Ho ho ho. Oh, I think this is the level that they had. One of the levels that GLaDOS was playing. Alright. We gotta be closer to the thing. Jen, did you see those marketing things, GLaDOS? And it's on the Talos 2 page. Is the other computer they have from Soma? Do you know? Eh? 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 Ah, wait. Eh? Okie gaboop. Gaboop. Well, hold on. Hold your horses there, Hildy. You got us Stetses before. Rude. That's just rude. Oh, I see. I see. I missed a step. That's oakley dokley. Yeah! Crow Team are the people who do Serious Sam. Literally everything good in this world. I'm just gonna restart because I know the mistake I made is easier to fix from the beginning. Right? Talos 2 and Serious Sam. The first game has a bunch of Serious Sam Easter eggs. That's why the Easter eggs that are there are so fucking funny. Like, one of the Easter eggs in Talos 1 is literally, it's Dynamite, and it's, I forget her name, going, "Why do you have to blow everything up, Sam?" Because you strap it on the Sphinx, and then she yells it, you know? And then there's also the crowbar, CRO capitals. And you grab the CRO capital bar and go bang open. There's like a room of cubes. It's got companion cube and a Minecraft cube. And you bang open a wooden box, and that's how you get the cat. That's how, like, it's part of the good, like, the perfect ending is to do this Easter egg to get the cat. You can find Sam's bedroom. And also, what's his face? The bad guy who's like a big tycoon. He's hidden in one of the levels, just like throwing cash around. Crotein's sense of humor is on point. Cute. Wait. There we go. But yeah. So they did two, Yep. uh, they fucking love Portal. In the first one, you can actually, like, connect one of the connectors to the moon, and it turns around and plays the Portal theme and has, like, the Aperture Labs symbol on it. Oh! Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought this looked familiar. Oh, private message. That's probably from Linerx. 1K, we need a quick chat. I was troubled by your stated intentions for the Somnodrome. I thought we both viewed knowledge as a public good, not a dirty secret to be concealed. I lied in the conference room. We see things the same way. Thank the founder. That was a smart move, not revealing our cards. There are those who would surely turn against you if you had. If you do find a working device, you must not let it fall into a single set of hands. If I can't be there to help you, you must share it with the world. Jeremy, please post your thoughts on the expedition in this thread and keep it civil. Atal, I think the powers that Athena has unlocked are world-changing, and it's our responsibility to use them to lessen suffering for all living things. Fred, we know. We heard your broadcast. Fred's icon is a cow. Ovis, I think we're being tested, and Byron failed the test. Damien, what happened to Byron was an accident. Belmarsh, is there a different ultimately? Belmarsh's thing is the Nirvana symbol. A mandala. Atal, yes, there is. Jacques, no one's actually seen Athena or Cornelius or Miranda. This is the worst accent in the world. At the mega structure. This is like Russian, French. They could all still be aliens. Buddhas. I feel like we need to at least think about the potential of all these new technologies. Maybe the founder is trying to teach us how to use them. Athelvok. Why is everything malfunctioning on the island now? Is it because of Byron? Zagran, he was still logged into the system. His presence may be stabilizing it somehow. Franklin, or it's Pandora. She says, I love the meta commentary on this, is that everyone's just watching a stream. Yeah, isn't that cool? It's because Crow Team has a lot of goodwill, like both with Valve and with the universe. If you look at the games they make, it's like Serious Sam and Talos Principle. But they've always been really kind to modders, and they pay their voice actors really well. They have a very small team of voice actors, so they can pay them very, very well. So the other robot, that's from Soma, right? There's like a second one? Because I think they know they're like Soma enough that they use the other robot too. That's the thing. Like, Crow Team even knows that their stuff is recognizable and comes from a place. I like them so much. They've quickly leapt up in my favorite developer list. Hold on, I'll link it. It existed. It might... I looked at it and was like, who are you? Waiting music. Did you know that was a lullaby first? The Jeopardy theme? Like, I can see it, but I just learned it on a wait, don't tell me. Okay, so... Where's your fucking game page news? That'll do it. Reawakened is out. Talos summer photo shoot. Shodan. Shodan attempts to outsmart the Talos. Oh, it's System Shock. System Shock. Here, I'll send it to you.
I could undo this world.
Gotta get my Windows set back up to return to stream. There. Okay. So, Zagaran. He was still logged into the system. His presence may be destabilizing it somehow. Franklin. Or it's Pandora. She seems to want to stop the team. Robin. 901. Wait a second. Robin, what is your icon? I love it. I think it's a little like Pixel 901. Hold on. I'm gonna put it up on stream. Image. Oh no, not this one. Yeah. Image. Add a new source. Screeny shots. Whenever I can't see anything, the first thing I do is take a screenshot because it'll be obnoxiously big. Look at Robin's cute little icon. Oh, I love that. I'm sure this is a game reference. I'm not quite sure which. I'm gonna leave it up for a little longer, just so that somebody watching the VOD could maybe tell me. But alright, I'll finish reading this and leave it up. Oh, there's only one more line. Robin, honestly, I wonder if Pandora is just somehow malfunctioning. Like she's supposed to protect the megastructure, but she can't tell friend from foe. Elwyn, the choice of Pandora as a symbol cannot be accidental, and the message is obvious. The megastructure is Pandora's box, and we should not open it. I kind of agree with you there, Elwyn. Research. Because at this point, why not, says Melville. In some ways, teleportation is one of the less surprising things we found here, in that at least particle teleportation was known to be theoretically possible. Of course, that's still miles away from these teleporters, which operate on principles that simply contradict what we know of physics.
Welcome to my channel. Speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
Oh, is the 901 a reference to Panda Express? Hi, Lime. I got distracted. I gotta be better. You're not supposed to stop reading things. You're supposed to focus on the game. I saw a training video. Okay. The transfer of matter from one location to another is instantaneous, without an observable wormhole or similar effect. There is, however, a release of exotic particles in the instant of teleportation, which decay within fractions of a second. So actually, I want to make sure I use the right term here. The 2022 Nobel Prize in Physics was awarded. Let me switch over to this. Quantum entanglement. Nope. So, it's Hildy's Science Hour. Physics that Hildy understands. Yes, this. Oh, nope, not polarization. Okay, so. Quantum entanglement it's 2 photons across the world from each other begin to say this hold the same fate. So when we talk about atoms, actually this will be a good time to talk about spin in quanta. We'll use it in atoms. Okay. So spin is an intrinsic form of angular momentum carried by elementary particles in this. So this is like a really fancy way of saying it turns in a certain angled direction, right? So Wolfgang Pauli figured out that there's basically only 2 types of spin. There is H and S. There's a lot of different ways to list them. But when we're talking about organic chemistry, we usually use R and S. And when we're talking in quantum physics, or when we're talking about electron, we usually just use S and N, which is one way or the other. So photons, quarks, which are the tiny things that make up photons. So like quantum particles aren't actually spinning. This is like a huge deal. It's more like an on and off switch, if you really want to think of it like that. So when we're talking about quarks, so they use photons because it is technically the whole photon, but it's really the individual quarks inside it. One spins one way and the other spins the other way. And it's the idea of if it's not dark, it's light. If it's not alive, it's dead. You know, essentially polarity states that yeah, like literally actually they used Schrodinger's cat. There's actually another one that goes hand in hand with Schrodinger's cat, and I think it's Adam's friend. I think it's Adam's friend, something like that. No, Wigner's friend, right? So, this is basically, it took Schrodinger's cat and then it proved Schrodinger's cat, but it really proved Wigner's friend. And what Wigner's friend is, it's a thought experiment in quantum physics. So basically, there's a friend in a controlled environment performing a measurement on a quantum system, while an external observer, Wigner, observes the friend's state. So Wigner and his friend describe the same system in conflicting ways, leading to different predictions about the outcome of the measurement. So if I look at the trunk and you look at the tail, is it still an elephant? But when you're talking about quantum, it's actually that Wigner's seeing it in what's called superposition. So he's seeing it with a different set of physical properties overlaid. And so in 2022, these guys won the Nobel Prize for essentially saying quarks exist in perpetual Wigner's friend / Schrodinger's cat in a more simplistic way, where one is S and one is N, and if one stops being S, the other starts being S. And it doesn't matter whether you see it or not. And in fact, you don't know the fate of the other one until you look at it. And once you look at it, you set the other one's fate in stone. So these two quarks are just existing, entangled together. And then, you big asshole, decide to look at them. Fuck you. And you determine their fate. way to be God. Oh, this got modded out, but Jen says he uses uppies and downies, and that's a great way to describe it. S and N are basically uppies and downies. You know, you decide if the cat's gonna get cuddled or it's gonna get thrown to the floor. All of this comes from this. So when they did this, they realized that's how you teleport. You just determine that the state on the other side is where you are. I don't know how they're gonna do that. But they've got the theory behind it. I mean, the Outer Wilds pretty famously used this long before the Nobel Prize was given out, where there's this point where there's these quantum rocks, and you look at it, and you turn away and it's gone. Anyway, this is why I believe in objective reality. There's evidence. This is why Jen believes in relative reality. There's also evidence. Okay. Jen says, Lime's like, who would have thought video games would get there first? Jen says, it still breaks my mind, the entanglement. Like, one of the fundamental rules is information cannot travel faster than the speed of light. But here we are. Right. Like, but I think that's why it's a fundamental rule, not a law or a theory. Right? The science haters like to say, well, science is just another myth like religion, but they're not wrong. If you want to talk about mythology as a system of beliefs that explain the world, that are constantly tested, right? Like you're constantly testing mythology to see if it still applies. If you want to think about it like that, then yeah, science is definitely like that. You have a bunch of hypotheses, which would be your myths, and then you're constantly testing it to see if it's true. Well, when you say there's like 3 levels of tested for a hypothesis, so that you don't just live in constant wonder, right? Because the only things that are absolutely, we quote unquote say proven, like in objective reality, are laws. So there's 3 levels. There's a rule, a theory, and a law. Now, rule is like, we haven't found anything against it yet. But we probably will one day. But for now, with the technology and knowledge we have, go for it. Make this assumption. A theory is, it is highly unlikely we're going to find something to go against it. But there is a catch with a theory. We haven't found enough to completely prove it either. Like rules, we already know we haven't found enough to prove it, but we have found nothing against it. And so it's a fair assumption for now. But a theory, we know we haven't found a ton against it, but we still haven't proven it. That's why it's technically no longer the theory of relativity. It's the law of relativity, technically, because we found the gravitron, which is what we needed to prove it. Once it becomes a law, it means, by all intents and purposes, science believes it has tested this into the ground, and it should be a given part of your scientific journey. That's why there's not very many. Alright, let's get back to the video game. Noema system. Oh, okay, Jen. So there are different schools of philosophy. So when you bring up, relativity like that, lived realities, you're talking about an existentialist or an epistemological argument. So you want to focus over there. When we're talking about materialism, or reality, that kind of argument, más o menos. Anyway, Noema system. Pretty much all the tech on the island, from the puzzles to megastructure, is run by a system called Noema. Oh no, you're fine, Jen. I just wasted money on an English degree. I've identified a number of obvious commonalities with the software we use in New Jerusalem. Enough to be certain that Noema is descended from our own software, although Athena and Cornelius appear to have upgraded it quite extensively. Noema seems capable of interfacing directly with the user's mind at a deeper level than our own technology, although this functionality is not used consistently. Currently, guest users are locked out of all functions, so only 1K can access the system, although he's also locked out of all admin functionality. Okay, this is a rabbit hole. Sorry, I get really excited. I really like teaching. I got my unemployment that I was fighting for, so I'm going to be hiding in a master's degree, and of course I'm going to put a teaching certification on it. But there's a big chance that I will never be in a classroom because we'll never make it. Ah, it's Liftwasser. Because we'll never pay enough or show enough respect. Come on, you French nihilist!
One day, undoubtedly, an expedition will pass by this island. It will seek to document facts and statistics, to enumerate reasons for us not to look more closely.
Reasons.
That is what we do now. We seek facts rather than truth. Because truth might frighten and unsettle the comfortable people who like to sit in their conference rooms and debate which corners we should cut today. These people like to imagine the chaos that could come one day, like a comforting fairy tale of distant darkness. But they do not see the chaos that is at our walls right now. The chaos that also lives within us. A force that is both necessary and appalling.
Hi, Melville.
Yes.
Okay. What's going on with the megastructure systems?
Now, I suspect Byron is still logged in, and his presence has thrown everything out of whack. Entire subsystems are locked down, and everything that depends on those subsystems is disrupted.
Have you heard anything from Byron at all?
There was a short burst of noise on the frequency we used to communicate, but that could have been anything.
Bummer. What can you tell me about Cornelius?
He taught me a lot when I was young. Nowadays, people just know him as the museum curator, but back then, he was closely involved with every engineering project, and he was brilliant. When he encountered a problem, he'd always remain calm and keep working at it until he found a solution. I wish I could be that patient.
Like Jen. Why didn't Athena and Cornelius just both vanish together?
If I had to guess, I'd say so that Cornelius could still go back for anything they needed. He was always leaving on expeditions anyway, looking for materials for his projects.
I should get back to work. Yeah, if there's like a coding problem, Jen will just like sit there until he gets the most optimal version. Sometimes I have to be like, Jen, it's fine. This works. It's fine. He'll be like, no, evolution is the worst. I don't care if it just works. We need the best. And I'll be like, okay. Pretty. Okay, focus. Oh yeah? What are you hung up on? I'm the UX UI person. Usually I help quite a bit. What are we gonna do? I'm gonna go over there. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna actually bring the jammer with me. Lime, actually I do sense some Jenniness in you. Multi-tenant server structure. You mean as in multi-residents in the server at the same time? Or multiple databases? Multiple clients running custom variants of the same web app, each with custom configurations and branding styles. Oh! Actually, you should talk to Ferris. The Foundry stuff. Ferris just had to institute a bunch of... What? Why? Why? Why you do that to me, huh, bro? Ferris just had to institute a bunch of, like, custom... Oh, I see. I just gotta move that teleporter into a new position. Gotcha. Ferris, just had to, like, make the character sheets that she does, be able to show different layouts for different users with the web app in Foundry. So I think maybe not in Svelte, but at least she'll be able to get you started. My thinking would be creating instances of encrypted users, right, that can get cached with like a settings database, maybe, like mimicking WordPress. Okay. You should definitely talk to Ferris because Foundry and Svelte are not super far off, and she would have some tips for sure. Also, Lime, are you a very patient problem solver? Or are you just stubborn as hell? Because they're both valid. Teleporter, where the fuck are you? Yep. You're in there. Okay. Eh. I mean, honestly, JSON is probably the way to go. There's always patience to aspire to. Man, there is always patience to aspire to. Oh, wait. Yeet. Jen and I learned this trick earlier. There was this puzzle, and he was like, you know, you could stand on a switch while holding a box, and I went, son of a bitch. And that was how that went. Oh. Yeah, yeah, we were both being like super smarty pants who couldn't figure it out. I know you were in band. Did you just finish school, Lime? Or are you working? Yes. I feel like you'd be a good programmer. You're patient and kind. Yeah, I ate it. I was like, you know, I'm just really hungry. I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you for fucking dinner. roast you in some sauce blanc puzzle. This is like the kind of place I'd build in Fallout or City Builder. Like in Planet Crafter, I was like, put glass over the weather. What'd you do for school? Oh, there's not a thing on it. Okay. There. Nope. Where's teleporter sign? Where there isn't teleporter sign. Oh! Oh. Rip City. You know, okay, so two things. One, have you tried getting an online degree? Yeah, okay. I got my botany degree online, and I can say I got my first 2 degrees in person. But had I known, and you know, I made a lot of friends, and it was fine. I was young, I had energy, but I would not say I succeeded. I got like a 3.14. In my grad program, I got a 4.0, but that's because I am stubborn, and I was with this terrible ex and had to support us. So when you're working all the time, you just stop thinking and start doing. Oh, there I am. So, oh, I see. Shut up, Jen. But what I mean to say is, I want that. My botany degree, I fucking thrived. I ended up making the Discord for my botany program. That's still around. Yeah, in a way. But I think that that is something that we don't think about a lot, is that for some people being in person is just not the answer. Right? Like sometimes that's just not the answer. Well that, no. But, so if there is something you want to learn, you might consider, trying an online degree. Because specialty schools sometimes, especially in computer sciences, people are fucking assholes, Lime. They don't care about your certificate in Node. Take it from 2 people who work in computer science. Right. Like sometimes it's just the fucking commute, right? Like you just don't wanna work that hard. Like this? Oh. Maybe like that? No. Why do I want that? I have to think about that. Why do I want that? Oh! Thank you. That's why I want that. No. Oh, I just fucked up. Yeah, being able to, other benefits to an online education are you're just able to look at other sources. If you don't get along with a professor or you don't like their Not the professors, but the hiring board will not. No. The hiring board does not care. Not when there's, like, Triss just got a computer science degree, and cannot get a job without a master's. The climate in America is really rough, and no one cares. Not about you, not about anybody. So... nope. Now, granted, and Ferris will be the first to say this, she probably could have tried a little harder, right? But that doesn't change the fact that most jobs asked her for a master's, and the ones she interviewed at said they had master's candidates. So, not that I'm saying you should go into student debt, because I sincerely believe that student debt is fucking bullshit. But I feel, in a way, like that. Can I crouch? I can't crouch in this game. Yeah! I needed both of them. Why did I just do that? Oh, now I can't get out! Ugh.
Fair_strides. Welcome to
Ferris, you were summoned.
Speak to have your message read to me.
I was
It's
talking
easier to
about
get my
how
attention
you couldn't get a job because you didn't have a master's, and that most of the jobs you were applying to required a master's. So Lime, depending on what you're interested in though, right? Like, if you just wanna make money, depending on what part of the country you're in, you could get a node certification. But I think you just have to figure out how you want to make money. And if it's in computer science, you should at least be expecting to get a bachelor's. I worked for 2 years in UI UX. Yes, but I worked for 2 years in UI UX and can't find a job for 2 years. Okay, don't do the dumb thing. Great. Yeah. But I need the fan thing now. Well, can't I just do that now? No. Wait, how do I get the fucking fan guy now? Yeah. Ferris, you should tell Lime here about your wonderful job search. I don't know. I'm gonna think about this for a second. I think I can't send the box through. Yeah. Not that I'm trying to scare you, Lime. I just like, if you're gonna spend... if you're gonna spend money on education, and it's gonna be in computer science, you're with the right trio here. I've done front end, Jen has done what we'd call full stack, and Ferris just went for a degree in largely back end. Okay. Thinking. Yeah, like towards the end of it, actually, I hired Ferris to work as an intern at our company, and that terrible, horrible job theoretically demoted her for no reason in particular, other than they're horrible. Yeah, either that or a master's. Honestly, Lime, it's not a healthy path right now, but it is one of the only paths. If you thought, Lime, do you like data? Like, what do you like about computer science? What made you want to do it? Just money? I said go. Oh, I wonder, can I see it from here? Fucking fuck. Yes, I could. Fucking fuck. Lime learned about programming in high school. I'm so old. I taught myself CSS when it was new in high school. We've already talked about how I'm old. Anyway, we don't mean to critique you, Lime. Go ahead. Give me the thing. Oh, my speech chat isn't working. That should have worked. What? Huh. Oh, I understood. Why did you not do the thing? What? What? Speech. Edit. No. Edit. No.
Fair_strides. Said test.
Huh. Alright. automation. Yeah, get a fucking major in computer science and focus on that. That's what you want to do, if that's what you enjoy. Do it online, though. I love data, and I love automation, but actually automation is really much more Jen's field. Jen loves figuring out how to make things do. Jen built me a tiny shell program to split my audio using FFmpeg. You know, that's true. Like, Jen's got a good point. What kind of automation? Beep. Damn it! I gotta be careful. Oh, Lime. Trust me, I understand. There's definitely ageism in this field. I am so happy I don't look my age, but I've got these huge gray streaks, and I was terrified I'd get an interview, which I haven't gotten any because meh meh meh. I was terrified I'd get an interview before I could afford to dye my hair. It's fucking awful. However, you don't have to worry about your age as long as you're under 30. And it doesn't matter if you feel like it's a step behind. If you like doing it, you're already... What did I just do? You're already a step ahead of most of those kids, because most of those kids are in computer science because they think it's going to make money. If you like doing it, that's half the battle. Yeah, what kind of automation do you like? Do you like making robots, or do you like... Okay, don't fall off. Don't fall off. Yes, that is the answer. I mean, though, Jen, there's a chance that, like... Yeah. I was about to say, there's a chance that you don't actually... No! There's a chance that... I know. It's okay. I know the answer now. That Lime didn't have enough classes to... So, elementary lists as in... What language were you using? You using Python? Or C#? Python has lists. There's a lot you can do with Python lists. Also, Jen, don't be... Jen can sometimes be very particular about terminology. Don't turn that on, Jen. Okay. So Oregon University has something called a biological data sciences degree. That's fair, Jen. And they have a completely online computer science degree. I think you could probably find many better ones that would give you in-state tuition for New York. But that's just one example. Like, in my botany degree, I was able to take computer science classes because I wanted to. Data. So Vic, he took a data analytics certificate, and that did him no good. But Ferris, I think, might be the model that you really... Oh, okay. I see now. Yeah. Might be the model that you really want to follow, because that's essentially what Ferris just did in her degree, which was kind of just your everyday computer science degree. This. Why? Okay. You're right! Thank you for reminding me. I always forget that mechanic. Yes. And online, there's no pressure to... Damn it! Incoming montage of how many times I've fallen in the water on this level. Yeah, I would say get a bachelor's in computer science the cheapest you can, because computer science is the same. A language is the same. No matter where you learn it, C# is gonna be C#. Right? Find a program that's gonna teach you what you want. Find one online. And say, that's it, fuck it. And get it super cheap. And take it slow. Take one class a term. I'm like, Trump's fucked the economy for a while. You're in no rush. The only reason I'm stressed is because of my age, right? Like, if I want to have a career, it's either I make streaming, make me some money, or I get a fucking job now. Like, for me, the idea of having a family and affording it is pretty much gone. I'm 40. And it's because of Trump. He did it to me twice. But you have so much time. But yes, if you're going to be in computer science and you want to do Java and C#, oh my god. Bless, at least I didn't fall again. Oh, honestly? Jen, do you think you could find some time? Oh wait, I think... if I did this... Yeah! Listen, why don't you guys exchange Discords? And Jen could talk to you about what his job is, and I can certainly... Oh, I just set up... like, Jen just set up a Discord server for me. So we could certainly take some time to talk to you about what our jobs were like. I understand. Oh, Lord. Now what? Shut up, Lime. I actually don't know what the next step is, because once I get up there, I can't get high enough. I'll throw you right out of here. But yeah, Lime, what's your Discord? I'll send you invite to the Discord we just set up for Streamination. And you and Jen can find a time where... Yeah! Where we can talk you through some of that stuff. Up there, I want to go up there. But how? I actually... My real Discord with my real name. Also, I'm like the... I got it when there's like 7 other people who try to use it. I also did the thing. Potato. Yeah, I was like, Jen, make me a server. Jen was like, great. Potato. Hold on. If you do not follow, we make you cheese. I love that red. It's so cute. Okay, I really want to figure this out. So, the problem that I seem to be having is that I cannot get high enough. Yeah. Okay. Oh, stop. Get back down. Not yet. Okay. So, let's try this. Okay, let's try that competently. Okay. No, that doesn't work. Why would that even... Why... What? I can grab the TP from the top of the stack. It's just really tight. Okay. I have to get really close to the edge. Alright. Thanks, Jen. I mean, I'm obviously not looking at Discord right now, but... Yeah, I haven't posted it to the channel yet because I wanted to poke at it a little more, but it's topical right now. That way you two can get connected, and Ferris and Vic will be in there too, so they could talk to you about their experiences too. Oh! You continue to make me so happy, Lime. That's the kind of shit I wanted to do with this stream. Why be old if you can't do nice things? Eh? Oh. Okay. I need both the boxes. Oh, done. I hate the switchery, dudes. My least favu. Oh, really? Bastards. Nope. Smell that? The smell of healthy rage. Okay. Don't go away. Right. Ooh, I gotta reorganize this one first before it becomes a very sad day. Yeah. Ah, nah, whatever. That's also the kind of stream I want to run. Go live your life, I'll be here. Okay. Right, but that's not what I want. I want my teleporter to be free. Ugh, bastards. Hey! Hey! Sabotaged by my own incompetence. Oh, actually, it might be able to. That's a good call, Jen. I'll see. The answer is maybe. Probably not, it's looking like. Like, if I keep both of these out, sure, right? But now I can't turn one back in. So... oh, Lord almighty. So what I want is to get my teleporter here. I'm thinking. The thing is, this opens this box, so it's not necessarily this door I care about. I care about having something here. See, but that becomes a solid. Okay. Yeah, I think that does it. Was that what you were trying to say? I don't even know where the goal is. Over there? Okay. Right. I don't need to have you jam that at all. You jam that son of a bitch. Okay. It is. Guess I don't really care. Oh, I suppose I have to get it out of there, right? Yeah. Well, do I? I don't think I do. Where did teleporter sound go? Oh, up here. Yeah. Oh. Well, I can do this. Yeah. I don't need to get it out of there. Teleporter sound. Oh. That's it.
Wow, that one was a mind bender.
No, it wasn't, Yucca. I wonder where Al is. I want to talk to Al. This way. Wow.
Father, I updated the Noema algorithm. It's working twice as fast now, and I think I can increase matter output by 25% if I tweak the modulator a little. I'm so excited.
Nice to meet you. So excited. I'm Cornelius.
Oh, God.
Oh, Dad, this is science.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting for the right moment.
What in the fuck? Dad! Eh, 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 eh. What do we wanna do about that? We got options. I don't know what options I wanna use. Oh. Haha! I knew it! If it is higher, you can actually. Okay, I'm gonna go bring the box in here. You just have to get above the wall. You gotta get the eye line of eyes, that is. I'm in a weird place today. I don't handle disappointment well. Oh, actually. No. Don't overcomplicate things.
Phew.
Where is it? Where? Up there? Oh. Okay. Fine. 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 Yeah, okay. Hold on. I gotta be able to see what's going on up there. How do I want to do that? Right. Yeah, I guess I do want to do it like this. Doot and doot. Oh, not yet. And then I want to put you up here, pick you up, and then do that. Yeah. Oh. Oh, that's right. Ha ha ha. Okay. Oh, got it. Wait. Alright. One more staff. You gotta stay up here, my guy. Oop. No. The big question is, how do I get up there? Okay. Oh. Well, that's the problem now, isn't it? Unless maybe like this. Welcome back. Let's see. Okay. Box. Thing. Somehow me too. I am waiting for that. I have not actually been able to add any custom emotes. Right, so you get up here. But the problem becomes getting back up. So this has to stay up here, but then it won't float properly. I know I'm overthinking it, but I can't think. Wait. Hold on. Like, is that... will this just work if I put it over here on a box? Like, am I, like, super queen style overthinking it? Probably. Maybe not. No. I can't get the angle high enough. Fuck. So it's gotta be floating on this guy. It's just... now me. Can I take the box now? No. Yeah. The only thing I'm slightly cheating on is the 3 viewer metric. And I'm only slightly cheating in that when I have less than 3, I ask someone to hop in. Otherwise, just waiting for followers, so you need 50 followers. I don't have... well, I actually could, theoretically, through online acquaintances, get enough to have that work, but, you know, it's kind of cheating, right? Also, I don't want to, like... I don't want to establish myself on a fake premise, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm doing a great think right now. Okay, okay. Oh, I don't know. Actually, that might not work. Fuck it, let's try it. Okay. That's how you use vocabulary. Shut up. Oh. Okay. You have to stay up here. No, I don't think that will work. I want to try and, like, switch them with that guy still up there, and I think... I thought I could figure it out, but for some reason... Okay, so if I bring it up to the top, I go back down, right, I grab the thingy, bring it up there, right, and if I brought the teleporter back down... Okay, wait, okay, okay. So... like... Yeah! Oh! Could you hear the sizzling? That was some major heated brain time. Oof. Gah. Okay. Yeah, like, the smell of hair is unforgettable. Is it more steaky bits? Don't you live at home? You cook for or do your parents actually have a life? No. I literally sat there and stared at the screen for a while, buddy. I, like, covered my eyes. Remember that puzzle back in Gehenna where I just sat there for a second? It was like that. I almost got something to draw with. It was like I could not process. Oh yeah, I was clicking around at like my quantum physics stuff and setting up my chats, but no. Just suffering menacingly. Also, sometimes people forget I'm streaming and they message me on Discord anyway, so you'll hear a lot of alt tapping. Chernyshevsky. On Nature, from Arkady Chernyshevsky's Inner Likeness, Essays on Humankind Reaching Adulthood. Also, hello, lurker. The question of our relationship with nature has bedeviled us since the earliest days of our species. Since before the first city was built, we felt that there was something different about us. Animals, we intuited, were part of nature. We were not. But of course, humans clearly are the products of nature, our history intertwined with that of every other species. In fact, the very notion of the unnatural is a contradiction in terms. Everything that exists must, by definition, be natural. So this view, no matter how common, is deeply paradoxical. This paradox has produced a great deal of confusion. Some proclaim us chosen by a divine power, set above all other creatures, and are just accused of arrogance. Others proclaim us sinners, worse than other creatures, and are rightly accused of misanthropy. Others yet try to oppose this binary by saying we are merely animals after all, but that too is manifestly wrong, in that no other animal is capable of having this conversation. It is in the contentious issue of our impact on the ecosphere that an answer may be found. Other animals have accidentally terraformed the planet before, driving other species to extinction. This is not unnatural. If we continued our current path, even to the point of changing the climate enough to cause a collapse of civilization, that would be entirely in keeping with how animals behave. But there is one profound way in which we are not like animals. We can learn to understand ourselves and the world. It is this knowledge that makes us fundamentally different. We have choices. We have control. There are many today who are afraid of the consequences of control and would prefer a return to a state of animal ignorance, whether by blinding ourselves to the impact of our actions or by demanding we humble ourselves before nature. This is the response of an adult in crisis who wishes for a return to childhood. But this can only ever be regressive in every sense of the word. To resolve the paradox of nature, we must act as adults, accept our power, and act consciously and deliberately in shaping the world. We must become nature, and nature must become human. Athena, this is the heart of the matter, lifting up the world rather than lowering ourselves. But why do so many people so badly want to lower themselves? Cornelius, do they want to, or is it simply a convenient pose to strike? So, Palkis, real quick. When I do anything on my computer that is not the game, I'm going to show you how many clicks I have to do to get it set back up. So this is what it looks like. And then I have YouTube chat. And this is if I don't do something stupid and click the wrong screen. So already it's like 4 clicks just to get my chat set up. And that's, again, so let's say I have to go to Discord now. Then it goes, right? So that was just like 5 clicks. Also, how long you been hanging out, Palkus? How's your day? What? That's... Well, if you want to believe that. Having a guaranteed sub is far more important than looking good on stream and figuring... Oh, okay. Jesus. I take you too seriously, Palkus. Jesus. Man. I was like, I went through all that trouble and you still didn't believe me. Oh, no. Hold on. Hold on. I have not heard about the Iberian... Oh, give me a second. Oh, shit. Power outage in Spain and Portugal brings much of European Iberian Peninsula. Oh man. What was it? Just like what caused it? Your whole nation's in the dark. Is it still in the dark? Oh. Yeah, it honestly, it sounds like Putin did it. Or we did it. Like, the best thing you can do if everyone's staring at you for doing shitty things is make a distraction. I'm so sorry. What a shitty day. Yeah, no internet does suck. And honestly, if it were a really hot day, it would have been dangerous. And it just sucks when it gets dark and you can't turn on a light. We're so used to it, you know? Yeah, that is a bad day. Dude, I'm sorry. This is me looking up the hex code translations because I don't want to cipher and cipher ever in my life. Oh, is this? When did I click on upgrade? Okay. Within all that is mortal, there is the seed of immortality, for it is an immortal that fashioned it from chaos and void. My monitor's still visible. I should probably... Yeah, there we go. That's really fucking horrible. But, I mean, it's back on, right? We upgraded the lab with my new designs. Synthesizing some of the pieces took longer than expected. We still have some bugs to iron out when it comes to complex structures. But it worked! Now the labs are safer and prettier. Although Father says they look too much like spaceships. I don't see it, do you? Yeah, the people stuck in elevators. Oh shit! And the hospitals. The hospitals are the thing. Whenever there's a power outage, hospitals. They have generators, but it's still like, ugh.
Today, we were delighted to be visited by a bunch of protesters, these voluntary extinction weirdos who think we're creating soulless monstrosities that will destroy the planet. They broke into the facility and started yelling at everyone. Fun, 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 right? Then one of them lunged at Alex. Big mistake. Chernyshevsky grabbed the guy and literally threw him across the room. I mean, almost threw him all the way off the dam. After that, the rest of them had a change of heart. Now, I'm telling you this because mostly it is not like that. But these people do exist. And somewhere in their shriveled little souls, they think that they're doing the right thing. They think they're being righteous. Now, to me, what Alex is trying to do is an obvious good. But that's not the same for everyone.
Yeah, you know, that's something that, not to shit on Portugal and Spain, but it's something that I've noticed in crisis, especially in Spain. I don't know enough about Portugal, but I know in Spain, they just, like, there's no centralized emergency contact, it seems like. Oh. This looks almost the same as the other place.
Look at this place. It's beautiful, isn't it? Mesmerizing. That's how it lures you in, I think. You see all these beautiful things and your imagination starts working overtime. And then the puzzles, the towers, the mysterious apparitions, it all draws you further in, deeper into the trap. What if that's the whole point of this place? What if every time you have one of those visions, another little bit of you is corrupted, overwritten with the hubris of this place?
That's a big statement, Al. Yeah, and I saw real briefly. I didn't like super, but like Zelensky, I think, like Ukraine actually ended up helping you guys. Why do you paywall things like this? On temperature variations. Are you kidding? REN, okay, hold on. The Portuguese operator, REN, said the outage was caused by a rare atmospheric phenomena with extreme temperature variations in Spain, causing anomalous oscillations in very high voltage lines. It sounds like timey-wimey stuff from Doctor Who. That's bullshit. That's such straight bullshit. Like, what? Induced atmospheric vibration caused synchronization failures between the electrical systems, leading to successive disturbances across the interconnected European network. It's like they're trying to explain this to a child they know doesn't know how electricity works. Sanchez thanked France and Morocco for sending additional electricity to Spain and said the current shortfall would be eased using gas and hydroelectric. Wow. He said the situation around the country remained very asymmetric on Monday night, with some regions already having 90% of their power restored. Yeah, that's because classism, duh. Huh. You know what, Palkies? That is like a really positive way to look at it, and something that I've enjoyed in power outages myself is like being forced to go outside or read. Yeah, now they're gonna gaslight the shit out of you till you figure it out. It's true. Alright, back to Al. I haven't been corrupted. Let's not be superstitious.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to suggest you were, whatever it is I'm trying to say. I guess I'm just disappointed in myself. Byron needs me. You all need me to do my job, and I can't even use a terminal. If this is all really the work of the Founder, I don't know, maybe she lost her way. Or maybe we're just not ready. But once we find Byron, I suggest we get the hell out of here and never come back.
You're not entirely wrong now. From Tuya. Alright, let's make them a translation. From Tuya. It little profits that an idle king by this still hearth among these barren crags, matched with an aged wife, I meet and toll unequal laws until a savage race that hoard and sleep and feed and know not me. This is from Tennyson's poem Ulysses. It little profits that an idle king by still hearth among these barren crags, matched with an aged wife, I meet and dole unequal laws unto a savage race that hoard and sleep and feed and know not me. I cannot rest from travel, I will drink life to the lace. All times I have enjoyed greatly, I have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone on shore. And when thro' scuddling drifts the rainy Hades vex the dim sea, I am become a name. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments, myself not least, but honored of them all, and drunk delight of battle with my peers, far on the ringing plains of windy Troy. I am a part of all that I have met, yet all experience is an arch wherethrough gleams that untraveled world whose margin fades forever and forever when I move. How dull it is to pause, to make an end, to rust unburnished, not to shine in use, as though to breathe were life, life piled on life were all too little, and of one to me little remains. But every hour is saved from that eternal silence, something more, a bringer of new things, and violet were for some 3 suns to store and hoard myself, and this grey spirit yearning in desire to follow knowledge like a sinking star beyond the utmost bound of human thought. So this is an epic poem. It goes on for a little while, but that's the first movement. Talos Principle to be. Okay. A fragment from Stratton's On the Universe. Amintus. You've made quite the catalogue of horrors, Stratton. Children dying in their mother's arms, cities perishing by the plague, and even animals living without peace or happiness. Nicomachus! Nicomachus! Hey, guy! You're in the Republic, too. So is Thrasymachus, who is the son of Ulysses. Yeah, I went and found the full poem because I think using that stanza alone is disingenuous to the meaning he's actually going for, which is sort of this grief over humanity's extensive need to question the gods. So, Nicomachus, why must we live to this? Oh, that's right. I figured it out. It was like Nicomachos. Why must we listen to this? You know I have just eaten a heavy dinner. Stratton, because these things which are ugly must be confronted for us to reach the truth. You spoke of justice earlier, Amintus, but are these things just? Amintus, they are not. Stratton, then you must admit the universe itself is not just. If the gods exist, then they do not bend the world to their will. Rather, the universe proceeds as a machine, following its rules. Justice and virtue are human inventions. It's important to know the Greeks had like 7 words for justice. Amintus, are you saying justice and virtue are technically the same word? Like they're part of the 7 words of justice. Anyway, Amintus, are you saying justice and virtue are therefore illusory and should be abandoned? Stratton, the opposite, my friend. It is mankind alone that can impose these values upon this machine. Footnotes. It remains unclear whether Stratton believed in the gods or used them solely as metaphors. His work on the deities is no longer extant. Tantalizingly, Diogenes Laertius mentions that it caused a fistfight in the Lyceum. Anthony. I thought what made us human was that we search for meaning, but perhaps a better way of thinking about it is that we create meaning. The Noema Project, 8. Jesus Christ, so much cipher. You really overdid it, guys. Okay. Yesterday we obeyed kings and bent our necks before emperors, but today we kneel only to truth, follow only beauty, and obey only love. Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Hell is empty, and all the devils are here. Yep. So this is from Khalil Gibran. Is a Lebanese American writer and poet. Pretty dope dude. So through all of this you hear there is a pattern underneath and lake water for cooling, and that's all you get. Power distribution. Oh,
our ancestors kept telling themselves that the
nope.
brevity of their lives didn't matter. But they had so little time to ever really think about anything. I've spent several human lifetimes studying this mystery, and only now am I beginning to see. The simulation was built on top of material reality, unable to escape its constraints. In the same way, physics as we understand it, even quantum physics, is built on top of a deeper reality. A set of rules that define existence itself. There is a universal language of creation, and I think we can learn it.
Huh. That's mad philosopher
The
time
language
here.
of creation. What were they doing here? And how far did they get?
I can't answer that, but I think I fixed the Tetromino bridge, machine, ring thing. I say I think because it's not in the schematics. And what I'm doing is hack work at best. Try it and see if it works.
From Thekla too. Beloved founder, years have passed and still there is nothing but silence. Have we sinned? Have you abandoned us for our arrogance, our greed? Some of the others continue to build. I told them not to, but they don't listen to me. Byron is the worst of them. He disrespects you constantly, spreading lies and... He whose face gives no light shall never become a star. Please know that there are those who remain faithful, who respect the limits you set and seek wisdom and humility as you taught. We may win the next election. Perhaps then you will return. Praise your name, Thekla. From Trebuchet. Why did you pick that as your name? Oh, there's no hex in here. Founder, although I was born in the early days of New Jerusalem, I never knew you well. This is not your fault. I became so focused on improving the dam that I didn't develop much in the way of social relationships, except perhaps with Melville. That doesn't mean I was unhappy. I was, in fact, extremely content. I like to solve complex problems in peace and quiet. That's who I am. But now the pleasure I used to get out of my work has faded. I may not need a lot of company, but I want my work to be meaningful, to contribute. It does not feel like that anymore. And when I suggest new projects, the mayor acts like I've committed a crime, like I should be ashamed. I do not like this. I do not care about social issues or debates. I do not want to get involved. I just want to be able to keep working on making things better. Please fix the situation. Thank you. Trappichet. 216. Paying the price. From the Introduction to Portraits of the Martyrs by S.T. Sanyel. The list of people condemned for advocating new ideas is long and depressing. Ignaz Semmelweis, utterly destroyed for suggesting doctors wash their hands. Ludwig Boltzmann, ridiculed for suggesting the existence of atoms. Robert H. Goddard, mocked for arguing that a rocket could reach the moon. Al-Razi, attacked for questioning the existence of humors. Barbara McClintock's discovery of transposition ignored for years. Ah, my favorite botany fact. Yay! Barbara McClintock, our hero, our lady of the corn. She spent her whole life studying Zia Mays, figured out why cancer worked, and then the men were like, fuck you. So in the 80s, she goes and wins a Nobel Prize, one of only 2 women, 3 now, to have won a Nobel Prize without sharing it. Because she figured out cancer. The list goes on, and we haven't even touched on what happens to those who suggest political rather than scientific improvements. Even when they succeed, they often still pay with their lives. These days, the idea of progress is frequently derided as yet another narrative, identified with the establishment by critics who curiously portray themselves as rebels. But the truth is that every step forward that humanity has ever taken has SX, enormous personal cost. Miranda, that means it's even more important to stand up for the truth, because so many others have already sacrificed themselves for it. Athena, it does, but what is the right way of doing it? Many died for the truth without accomplishing anything. Miranda, maybe we just have to do what's right and trust the universe. I don't trust you guys anymore. I think Athena's lost her goddamn mind. Alright, get me out of this lab.
I've decoded another file from the data stream. Listen to this.
Mother and Father think of our discoveries as a language, a code. But I think they're wrong. They're so caught up in the technical details of running the experiments and upgrading the machine that they're not paying attention to the patterns we're finding, to the symmetries, the harmonies, the melodies. The fundamental language of reality is a kind of music, and it's beautiful. Beauty is an inherent property of the cosmos.
I love the way she looks at things.
Yeah, but lots of people have thought beauty is great and also were mass murderers, so that's all I got. Just saying, yeah.
Sandrinos 213.
Hi, Sam.
Welcome to my channel. Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
Oh, you were running a little late today. Oh, you were lurking again. Miranda is a mass murderer. Nutter. Sentence Hall Kidnexe. City by the sea. When I realized it was over, it was all really over for good. I decided to take one last trip to my favorite places before the symptoms got too much. I could never forgive what they did to Chalkidiki. This incredible, wild, rugged place between mountain and sea, with pine trees all the way down to the water. The colors, the vistas, the sheer overwhelming beauty of it, and they just built all over it. Hideous hotels, sprawling like tumors, obscene beach bars blaring their awful music across the sea, even in Kavorochipes. It was impossible not to hate humanity a little for it. The idea of all of it returning to nature, of the hotels gradually sinking back into the reed fields, was moving and beautiful. But then I went back to Thessaloniki, and for all the ugliness inflicted upon that city, the idea that people would no longer meet up beneath the Camara, or go for long ambling walks on the promenade, or for crepes on Platée in Navarino, was unbearably sad. The idea of the Rotonda just standing there, empty, after being a sacred place for so many centuries, it made me remember that it's not just beaches and forests that are beautiful, that cities can be more than just streets and noise. Cities can have histories and personalities, and that means something. Who am I writing this for? Do I believe there will be survivors after all? Do I think that crazy robot project I heard about will actually work out? Do I hope that aliens will come to our planet one day and wonder who we were? The truth is that I don't know, but there is something in the love we feel for the beautiful things that we built, as much as in our revulsion towards unnecessary destruction, that matters. Miranda, why didn't our ancestors understand that you can build in ways that make an area more beautiful instead of ruining it? Even if all they cared about was personal benefit, wouldn't that benefit them more? Cornelius, in the long run, yes. But people rarely think about the long-term consequences. Our lives are shorter than yours, okay? Especially if there's an incentive to act immediately. Miranda, and yet most of them were unhappy with the results. Couldn't they see that it was within their control to act differently? Problem solving. Solving the wrong problem. From LDR Mans, can you point me in the direction of a better timeline? We are in the worst timeline. Humans are problem solvers is a quote frequently associated with my friend Alexandra Drennan. It's become a meme on the internet, used both ironically and not, though Alexandra, of course, is entirely earnest in her dedication to humanity. It's a great thought and vital to understanding our species, but it's also not entirely as simple as that. Take, for example, the recent extinction of the orangutan and the ensuing conversation about the dangers of unknown pathogens released by human activity. Most of us agree that a problem exists, and significantly, most of us believe that something ought to be done about it. So we've identified the problem, and we have collectively decided to act. So why is nothing happening? That's a serious question. A great deal of effort is expended on raising awareness, but I would like to suggest that sometimes our problem-solving impulses can get stuck on the wrong goals. Awareness is not the issue. We've already convinced people that something needs to change, so if nothing changes, we have to wonder, why is the will of the people not being translated into action? Text is missing. Number 1. Footnote. She's also capable of being devastatingly sarcastic, but that's another story for another book. Miranda, maybe the problem was that they didn't have enough hope. Miranda, you are so... Beam of sunshine, you definitely have a bunch of robo-skeletons in your closet. They could see the problems, but they couldn't imagine that one day those problems could be solved. Athena, it's easy for people to get so lost in problems of the present that they think nothing will ever change. Cornelius, they lost hope because the historical circumstances they found themselves in encouraged despair. But that in turn meant the conditions could not change. How do you go against history itself? Very carefully. Founding 7. Hypatia's Journal number 7. Yemo died today. One moment he was there, welding a joint on the upper levels of the tower, and the next he was gone. One careless step, that's all it took. Athena brought him to the dam, but even Cornelius couldn't help. Yemo is gone. Now there's only 12 of us. Athena, I think about Yemo every day. Cornelius, so do I. Athena, you did nothing wrong. You weren't even there. I was. Recharge, version 5. That's it?
This is a design for an improved charging station. Fascinating, but not relevant.
Okay, Melville. Alright. Let's, I'm sure there's question marks I'm missing, but we gotta come back for Golden Gates anyway, so let's go hit some Bridge of Maligens. Oh, Lord. It's okay. It's my destiny to be in the water. Yes, I know. Enter the tower. Enter the tower. Enter the tower. is my destiny. And like the dramatic music starts and a montage of Simba running across the Pride Lands. I went to the Lion King. Lime's like, a Disney princess. I'm like, Lion King. Sand, shut up. You'll be fine. But you'll be awake. Oh, no. Where the fuck? Oi! Following your stupid directions, game. Okay. I don't want to be at that gate. It's a pretty good song, though. I didn't deliver it well, but it's a good song. Up there. I need to go up to that thing. And you bastard. Not bad, no. The lyrics are good. I can't help it if I'm good at coming up with parody lyrics, but I'm not that great at singing. And there's a point where I gotta compromise. Jesus Christ, how do I get up there? Ah! Mumblebee. Mumble. I told you. My secret superpower is rapping. But I, like, need a beat. So, I've been actually shopping around for something I think would work well with a Talos freestyle. One of these days. Yeah, I fucking hate it. I'm no great. I'm no great. I'm not. Pure unbridled talent is laying under a gold mine in Chernobyl. Oh god, I gotta call the fire department. My flesh is sizzling off as we speak. Oh, it hurts. Like the elephant's foot? Oh, hey.
Listening to Miranda talk about beauty made me think. Okay, this might be
Sand is a
super
European.
weird and kind of pretentious, but I honestly mean it. What is beauty? Like, where does it exist? Is it just in our minds? Or is there some objective component? Something quantifiable? I always thought it was just perception. But if I understand her correctly, Miranda sees beauty as a property of the universe itself.
I think I've mentioned this, but the soybeans in Chernobyl already had protection against nuclear radiation poisoning. It's very fascinating. So, Yakut is having this, you know, aesthetic philosophy issue. I I bring up Plato a lot, but that's because I spent a lot of my high school writing a comic book trying to argue with him because I hate his view of justice and reality. Anyway, Plato actually talks about this particular portion that I like, which is the idea that everything is a certain quantity of a thing. So there's blue and not blue, right? There's not blue and red, let's say. If you're talking about the quality of bluiness, there is a scale of more blue or less blue. So here you're talking about beauty, there is a scale of more beautiful or less beautiful. And you can find through different perception kind of an average on this scale of what it holds.
Interesting. So the more humans there are, the more we spread across the world, the more beauty there is.
Nope, you have interpreted that incorrectly.
Doesn't it follow that it's our duty as a species to grow? To make the universe more beautiful?
You definitely misunderstood that. I don't have an option. I don't have the middle road. Yes, imagine sentience spreading across the galaxy, and as it does, you know what though? That is a nice thought.
That's a really powerful image. Beauty flowering in the universe as intelligence spreads. Thank you. I hope you're right.
I wanted to ask you about something else. Miranda said that the fundamental language of reality is a kind of music. Thoughts? Music is a language, so you're just...
I think that's one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard.
Saying the same thing.
I hope it's true.
What kind of music do you like, by the way?
Okay, this may sound like a robot joke, but I love heavy metal, especially the more melodic kind. It's big, it's epic, it's full of emotion. You can really get lost in it.
What?
Actually, I named Bruce after Bruce Dickinson, the lead singer of Iron Maiden.
No shit.
They used to call him the air raid siren, which is also what my Bruce sounds like.
What? I don't know. That just makes you like such a well-rounded character. I never thought that like knowing the kind of music a character liked would make them so complete in my mind. But I like feel like I know him now when before I was learning about him. That's cool. That's good writing. Alright, what are we gonna do here? Let's get across the ocean. Ideally, let's not drown. Nope. Nope. That's definitely not gonna work. I don't like it. Works for me. The game's like, no. Alright, touche, touche. Oop, I didn't mean to do that, actually. Like Got a long way sideways to go. Hey. Let's go. Let's go get yelled at. I'm gonna say Sphinx. It's gonna be Byron. No, Sphinx. Sphinx!
Welcome back, creature of clay. The forge burns bright, but the sky is troubled with clouds. A mortal has ascended Olympus without the permission of Zeus.
Yeah. Tell me where Byron is.
The workings of Olympus are disrupted by the trespasser. Pandora, fearing the wrath of the gods, has broken the paths to ascension.
How can the trespasser be freed?
Only Prometheus can help you, for he has always favored humankind over the gods, and would see Olympus pass into your hands. But he is bound in the heart of the mountain. Break his chains, and he will show you the way.
Thanks.
I think it's safe to assume that Olympus is the entity's term for the megastructure. It looks like our best chance of rescuing Byron is finding Prometheus and freeing him.
How do you free a weird, glowing ghost thing?
I suspect these entities exist within the megastructure systems, and what we're seeing is just how they manifest to communicate with us.
I don't really care what they are. For now, let's play along.
Yeah, Prometheus is who you see in the loading screen. I was about to say, y'all, what time is it? And then I looked at the top of my screen. Oh. A matter of taste. Franklin, witnessing all this incredible technology discovered by the expedition has given me an idea for something we could do if we had the resources and the energy. Are you ready for this? Taste buds! Seriously, how have we gone for so long without something our ancestors considered so essential? Don't you want to know what pizza tastes like? What it's like to eat chocolate? To have an apple? What the deal is with fizzy drinks? I mean, come on. Pellegrino, named after a fizzy drink. Sounds fun. Arinia, the sheer range of new experiences. It's almost overwhelming just to imagine. Please, please let this happen. Ovis, why change ourselves when we are what we were meant to be? Zagarin, you know we're all upgraded, right? This isn't our original design in the first place. Thekla, and what's next? We start killing animals again just for the pleasure of tasting them. We cover the earth in fields like our ancestors did, subjugate the natural world for our own greed. I hate that I agree with you, Thekla. Okay. I either have to agree with this bitch, completely dismiss it, or completely support it. Enriching our conscious experience makes the universe, whatever. Ernie, beautifully put 1K. Atal, we could do smelling too. I'd like to know what cat fur smells like. Franklin, and after that, new senses that old school humans never had. The possibilities are endless. That is true. A cat's head smells the best. Alright, some research. Had to stop and take a picture. I never cease to be amazed by the beauty of this planet. You could. Robo-husband. Oh, right. I was traveling somewhere.
You know, I always kind of resented Byron for being so charming and charismatic. The dashing explorer. And one of the first companions, too. Being the voice of caution is not a fun role to play. Always having to be the responsible one, the killjoy. The one who says, maybe that's too much. But sometimes it is too much.
It's not your fault, Al.
No, Byron's a psycho. Not psycho, that's the wrong term. Byron was overzealous. Ooh. Warm color filter, Batman.
In this area, we have an especially weird problem. Something in one of the labs is going completely bananas, and I can't shut it down because I'm not, well, you. Come find me when you're ready. What is it with the language libraries and bananas?
I think I'm gonna call it quits here. I think it's been 3 hours. Ferris actually can't make stream tonight. Aw, thanks, Lime. So, we're still delaying Avowed. I might just need to figure out how to not stream 2 times a day, because I think that's really what's stressing this introvert. Anyway, thank you, Lime. And thank you, everyone. And Pal gets some happier powers back. See you at Talos o'clock tomorrow. And maybe tonight with Avowed. If so, it would be 7:30 Central. So,